Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for taking your time to watch me living my disastrous life. So this is the sad story about my failed home renovation, who gave me wrinkles like you see here. I am completely honest, I didn't have wrinkles before I started this renovation, like before I bought this Spanish house and living here. So for people who don't know me, hi, my name is Tessa. I moved to Spain about 9 months ago. After traveling the world, I decided to buy a house here. Since I'm European, I used to live in the United States as well, as in Colombia and in Curaçao and in Belgium. So I decided to settle down here because of a lot of different reasons, and I bought a house with my then ex-boyfriend. He told me that if I would buy the house, that he would do the renovations. He was very handy, and so I thought, okay, that's good. Then, then I only need to budget the materials that I need. Long story short, he did not treat me well, and it was already happening while we were buying the house. We bought the house in my name. It was all in my name, it was with my money. So I decided to leave him. But that's a story for another time. I just think when someone is not treating you well for a longer time and refuses therapy and the whole package, that you should choose yourself. Obviously, it depends on all the situations, but for me, that was best. After I split with my ex-boyfriend, I actually lived with his brother for a while. This is a story for another day as well. He was taking care of my dogs at that time because my ex-boyfriend and me were traveling in Europe, in Spain especially, to see where we wanted to live. So his brother was taking care of my dogs while we were living in Colombia, and obviously me, as a dark blonde lady with blue eyes, I wasn't going to make it by myself in Colombia, especially not since I have three dogs. Those are my 3 rescues who I literally rescued from the streets. Obviously, I will never ever abandon them because they already have enough abandonment in their lives. So I was stuck with his brother in that house as well. So his brother said, okay, I can do the renovations for you. I was going to pay the ticket for them to go to Europe. And so they would be with me for a little bit. So it was him, his wife, and her daughter, her 11-year-old daughter. So I said, yeah, that's fine, because I always want to help people. So I paid for their tickets. I arranged all the flights and all the things getting here. That's a story for another time. I know I keep saying this, but how my channel is named, my chaotic, crazy, active life, that is really my life. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And I hope everyone feels better after hearing my stories, that their lives maybe are, not as perfect, that you don't feel bad about that. So he was going to do my renovation. So I really was there, okay, like the same as with my ex-boyfriend. Okay, I only have to buy the materials. Long story short, after a few months, they refused to move out of my house, even though I was paying for everything. So that was kind of sad. Let's see, it was very hurtful for me because I helped them for so long, like for several years, and for them to take in advantage of me, that was very painful and not what I deserved. So I'm a very giving person by myself, but I really don't like it when people don't appreciate it. Just a simple thank you, you don't have to give me like €1,000 or something. I'm not asking for that. So they disappeared. Obviously, I didn't see my money anymore. that's quite of painful, but I believe everyone gets what they deserve, like in the end. And I know obviously there is like always two sides to the stories, but I really think I handled well here out of my heart, out of helping. So that means that two people who were supposed to do my renovation didn't do the renovation. So I'm a girly girl. I'm really not handy myself, not at all. I'm very creative. I don't know anything about, not even about phones. Like, I'm trying to set up this YouTube channel and I don't know anything about editing, about those things. I know things about animals. I know things about kids. I know like about like some designing, like in real life. But not electronics or the computers or the tools or how to build things. I think my daddy raised me too much to be a princess. So I started to look for a contractor. We had a few coming and we asked if they could make like, if they could tell us how much it would cost. So I had this one, he was actually my realtor as well, but he also owned a building company. So he was supposed to do the renovation. I was like, that's good. It would be for 3 months. He would do everything. He has been here I think 12 times before they even told me how much it would cost. I was like, I just wanted to know how much it would cost because, we wanted to compare different prices. Not to get the cheapest, nothing was expensive, but usually in the middle or whatever gives you a good feeling. So he was supposed to start and we didn't hear from him, not at all. So I was like, oh, I expected the renovation to start immediately because I was hoping all the other times as well. This was in August of last year. So then it turned to be November, and then end of November we finally heard from them a little bit more, okay, we would like to start soon, blah blah blah. November turned into we were waiting, okay, let's start, and here in Spain it's normal that you pay 40% of the renovation up front. I had heard it from different people. I was like, okay, and I kind of trusted this man, so I was like, okay. So then finally he came to my house to pick up the payment. And so my current boyfriend, I know I am not a boyfriend, I am an endless romantic woman, but I really think this one is the one. But you will meet him later. Maybe you see. You can judge. So he was looking at the papers and he said, "Where's the upstairs bathroom?" He was like, "Upstairs bathroom? I think it's here." And then he called his colleague. They forgot to add the upstairs bathroom. That's almost 1/3 of the whole amount. After they had been for so many times, I made a list of what was included, exactly. I talked to them every day. It took up all of my energy, it sucked out all of my energy, because I was really scared for the renovation to start, because I know it would be a big process, and this is the only house I have, so I had nowhere to go. I had to stay in the house. I would move from room to room with the dogs as well. Luckily, we have a garden, and we also have an upstairs terrace. And if you close the door, then you don't hear the drilling, etc. that much. So I actually did not trust the guy anymore, because I was like, what else is he missing? Because you trust someone, for me, I trusted this man, I trusted this man, yeah. So that did not go through anymore. I was very frustrated because, I really wanted to have a baby. I just turned 30 and I really want to, try at least. I never tried, so I don't even know how long it's going to take. So, but for that to happen, I wanted the renovations to be done. So I was my ovaries were come on, find another builder. So we kept searching. We had like 8 people coming here, and for most of them, it was a long waiting time, like 4 or 5 months. And then we had like this man who said, well, I can start immediately because there were people who canceled. So like 2 people canceled. He said, oh, that's great. And he had a great story. He could talk very well. He could explain us things. He wrote down things. So we took him quite seriously. And then like he was quite quick to react to things as well, and like answer his phone, etc. Like the other guy was not the same. So we were like, okay, this seems great. And what really got us over the edge was that we asked him about a license, because here in Spain, even if you want to renovate inside your house, you need a license for it. And he said he knew people within the ayuntamiento, that's how it's called here, where you have to ask for permission. And so that it would be easier for us to get a permit. We were like, oh, great, that's even better. So that's really got us over the edge. So the man collected his money and he disappeared. And it was a lot of money, because it was 40% of my whole renovation budget, like everything I had saved up. He disappeared. And he was still like talking to us, like kind of. Like he came up with all the excuses, and I was like, shush, like why does this keep happening to me? This is like the 4th time. Like, then actually too, so I was so frustrated about this, so sad, because this is my house, and in the meantime we already took out the bathroom and the kitchen, and as much as possible of the walls downstairs, because this man said he was going to start immediately. Like, how naive of myself. I don't know how I trust people like this. Like, but I mean, if it's like a professional and he has like his license, etc., and like his working license, and it looked well, so we were like, okay, this seems legit. Like, let's go for this. Well, suddenly, like, I mean, I'm kind of lucky. Like 3 weeks ago, he suddenly showed up as I was going on a trip with my parents and my boyfriend. And suddenly he showed up at the door with 2 workers. I was so shocked, because I was like, what? Like, you disappeared and now I'm about to go on a trip? I even took the dogs to like the babysitter already. I was like, but obviously I didn't want to tell him you cannot start, because I really wanted him to start. So I called my parents and said, well, Mom, Dad, listen, and this is going on. I will come later, because it was on a Friday. So, I mean, I knew they would not work in the weekends anyways. So I told my parents we would be there later that evening. So since then, they have been coming now and then. It's still a big mess. He has promised so many things. We still don't have the license. It's just it's a mess. We don't have the license. The brick thing has half down what we were supposed to do ourselves, but we wanted to wait for the license because of the noise, because the neighbors can complain, etc. So that's what has been going on. So tomorrow I will actually post a home tour of how the house looks right now, of my failed renovation. I know in the end it will finish, but maybe it will take years, because especially here in Spain, I would not recommend anyone to do renovation here if you cannot do it yourself. Because, for example, the electricity, the water, and the breaking down of certain walls, if you're not a professional, you can just not do it. I mean, we know, because it's dangerous. You can get big problems. I mean, taking out floors and taking off tiles, obviously we can do that ourselves. So that's what we were planning to do. Even we will try to lay our own flooring, because it will save a lot of money. And after all this, so he is supposed to do the electricity right now. There was like some cables here and there, but it's not even close to as what it should look like. The workers, they usually come like whenever they want, and they leave sometimes after an hour after just having been talking. And so I am very frustrated about this because, you know, this is my house. It was supposed to feel like home. This is just one of those things that happened to me, and it's like I always create this kind of situations in my life. Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure, I believe that what you attract, that will get to you. So I'm sure this all happens for a reason, but it doesn't mean I feel angry and frustrated about the situation. I will keep you updated about the renovation, like probably like every week from now on. So well, I will see you tomorrow with the home tour, and I hope you enjoy. I hope you learn something from my fail stories, because there are a lot of them. And I hope you feel a little bit better about yourself. Okay, well, loves, I will talk to you later, and have a good day, have a good night, and thank you for watching my YouTube channel, my videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.